So today I'm going to cover some of the go-to combos for the Cyber Dragon deck. The first couple will be more offensive minded, and then I'll go and explain a lot of the different ways to get to the Gryphon board. Seeger, Nightmare Gryphon, Cyber Dragon Infinity. Seeger basically helps battle protection for Infinity. Infinity's your negate, and Gryphon is the floodgate. And you get a draw off of it. Some ways you'll get Seeger off of Rev System, so he can't be destroyed by card effects, and sometimes you'll have Overflow set. But starting off, we'll go with the more common board you're going to go to, or can go to. It's not necessarily going to OTK a lot, because you'll get Seeger's attack with dealing no damage, and then 21, and Nova will have 63. So 84 is enough to OTK, but it's cutting it pretty close, so it's not going to happen consistently. I mean, it'll be a good chunk, but not an actual OTK. Best way to get to it, Core and Machine Dupe, 2 cards. Summon your Core, grab Rev System. Machine Dupe on Core to special summon 2 Cyber Dragons. Link into Cyber Dragon Seeger. Rev System, your Cyber Dragon you just destroyed. Then you'll overlay them and detach 1 to special summon it. If you opened Rev System or you opened Cyberload Fusion, search the other one with Core. And then at this point, how you already dealt 8,400, you can quick play Cyberload Fusion and shuffle them 2 back into your deck. Summon Cyber Twin and attack for 5,600 more for a total of 14,000. That will be an OTK more often than not. So I really like the Cyberload Fusion and Cyber Twin. Some people don't play it and they don't like it, and it's fine, but me personally, I love it. It just adds it's a searchable fusion spell. For the rest of the turn, obviously, the other monsters can attack, but just like that example, you attack with the other stuff first. The one that is a lot more likely to be an OTK, Seeger and Rampage. Seeger will power Rampage up to 4,200. And then Rampage attacks 3 times for a total of 12,600. Any way you can think of to get 2 Cyber Dragons on board with Overload in hand, whether that's special Cyber Dragon and normal summon either of them, normal Core or hers and Chain Fire. When you special Cyber Dragon, Chain Fire. There's just so many different ways to go about it and to get it. Just any way to get 2 Cyber Dragons on board. Let's say you open Fire, Overload, 2 hand traps, but you have Foolish. You can Foolish your Core, banish it from the grave, because if you're making this board, you're going second, so you're assuming the opponent has a monster. But you can Foolish Core, banish it from the grave to special summon a Cyber Dragon monster. So there's 1, and then summon the one you do have for 2, and then link them into your Seeger, Overload, banish them for Rampage, and then Rampage can dump the 2 monsters from your deck to get 2 additional attacks. If you didn't use hers yet, dump hers and Core if it's not in your grave, and then you can use hers right away to get Core back to your hand. Now, if we're going first, that's more of the issue, because the days of Infinity Pass have long been gone. So our best go-to board going first is the Nightmare Gryphon board with Gryphon. I prefer it in Zone 3, so if they XZs or Synchro or something, if they are able to get to that point, he's not pointing at them. If he were in 2 or 4, they would have the zones, and they could go into them and use the monster effects. Me and Emil Borchet were spitballing ideas kind of on a post and messaging about it, and we came up with like 17 3-card combos and almost 20 4-card ways to do it. So 3 and 4 cards might seem like a lot for combos, but when you have literally 3 dozen ways to do it, it's not as hard as it would seem. I'll just run over the 4-card ones and maybe show one. But Core, Hers, Soldier, and Rev, Repair, Rev, Fire, Repair with Core and Hers, all would get you there. You can replace 1 Core or Hers with Emergency, obviously 2. So, I mean, that's Core, Emergency, Soldier, Rev, Core, Emergency, Repair, Rev, Core, Emergency, Fire, Repair, Emergency, Hers, Soldier, Rev, Emergency, Hers, Repair, Rev, Emergency, Hers, Fire, Repair, or just Core, Hers with them. Core, Soldier, Fire, Emergency, or switch Fire and Rev system. And then you can do both of them if you switch Core and Repair around. Hers, Fire, double Machine Dupe, Dupe and Rev, Dupe Reborn. Them would all work. You could say Cyber Emergency, Fire, Dupe would work, but that would be a 3-card combo because you'd search out Core, not Hers, obviously, and then we're going to get into the 3-card ones after. So for the 4 cards, we kind of kept the list to either it doesn't include Cyber Dragon Core or it doesn't include Machine Duplication. Galaxy Soldier, Hers, Repair Plant, Rev system works. Galaxy Soldier, Hers, Dupe, Rev system works. In which case, that one's a little more complicated, but so say, actually a 4th one that Amil did message me a little while ago was Foolish Burial, Galaxy Soldier, Machine Dupe, and Fire. Because you would Foolish, or not Fire, Repair Plant. You'd Foolish your original Cyber Dragon, use your Repair Plant, search out Core, and now you got the magic 3 that we'll get to here right in a second. Because for 3-card combos, if you open Core, Emergency, and Machine Dupe, any extender in the deck will get you to the goal. Whether it's Overload Fusion, Repair Plant, I guess Cyberload wouldn't work. But Cyber Emergency, Cyber Rev System, Fire, a second Machine Dupe, Soldier, Hers. There's a lot of ways, and I'll show a few of them because the 3-card ones are going to come up more. 4 cards are you're reaching more and you're hoping they don't negate it or stop it. But Core, Dupe, and Emergency to start it off. Like I said, Core, Dupe, and an extender. The magical number, your hand has to be able to summon 5 monsters to make the Gryphon board. 5's the magical number. So just kind of play test hands and figure out how many you can summon. Here you got Core, that's 1. Search Rev system, Rev will be 2. In this instance, you have your Emergency. If you have Emergency or Hers, they're basically the same. Galaxy Soldier and Repair are the same. So if you have Hers or Emergency, search Repair Plant. If you have Repair Plant or Galaxy Soldier, search out Emergency to get to Hers, because then you'll summon your Cyber Dragon Core, and in this case, search out Repair Plant. Machine Dupe on your Core, special summon 2 Cyber Dragons. Link for Seeger. You have Cyber Dragon in the grave, so you can use your Repair Plant to get Galaxy Soldier. Might as well use your Emergency to grab your Hers. Link those 2 away for Summon Sorceress. Pitch Cyber Dragon Hers for Galaxy Soldier, who then you search out Cyber Dragon and Galaxy Soldier. Pitch Galaxy Soldier and summon that one. Not in these 2 zones, the zone under Sork and her other arrow. So Sorceress target Galaxy Soldier. It's useless, so summon your 3rd. Then you XZs them for Nova. Detach 1 material from your Nova to special summon your Seeger. Now you use the Galaxy in the Middle of Nowhere, and Sorceress. For Nightmare Gryphon, activate its effect, discarding a card, and then set a spell or trap from your grave and draw one. So say you have Overflow in your hand, you might as well discard it, and then you can just set it right away and draw a card off of it. And then to finish off the board, Xyz Infinity over to the side of Gryphon. Like I said, if it's 2, 3, 4 for the zones, they can't summon from the extra deck and be pointed to right away by Gryphon. So our best going first board. Other ways to do it with 3 cards. There's Core. All of these ones you can interchange Core and Emergency. So there's 8 of them, and if you interchange Core and Emergency, that actually makes 16 for a total of 17 possible 3-card combos. And like I said, the 4-card ones is really depends on your build. Everyone's going to be different, but you're going to be right around the 20 area. So Core, Dupe, Repair Plant. Like I said, with Repair, Hers, Soldier, Emergency, you just got to grab the other ones. If you have Core, Dupe, Vire, or Emergency Dupe, Vire, search Rev System off of Core. Or if you open Rev System or Reborn with Core and Dupe, search a Rev System. Not everyone plays 2 Rev Systems, but Core, Dupe, Rev will get you there. A second Machine Dupe actually will also, and I'll save the last one for a little later. But to show with 2 Rev Systems, so say you open Core, Dupe, and Rev System, you got your normal summon, 2 special, and a 3rd special. That's 4. So like I said, the magic number is 5. So obviously you're going to search Rev System with Core. And this works if you open Monster Reborn, you can search Core, or Vire, you can search out Rev System. But summon Core, play Machine Dupe, summon your 2 Cyber Dragons, link for Seeger, and then you're going to link for Sorceress too right away. So you used none of your Rev Systems, you got your Sorceress, use one of your Rev Systems now to bring Cyber Dragon back. Sorceress targeting it, then might as well summon a Galaxy Soldier. Overlay those 2. I'd always detach the Cyber Dragon at that point to special summon one, and summon him off in the distance for Nightmare Gryphon here in a couple steps. But because you don't want to go to Gryphon yet, because he'd be in an extra monster zone and mess everything up, use your second Rev System on Seeger. Now Seeger's protected. Link those 2 away for Gryphon. Use its effect and Xyz for Infinity. It really just takes a lot of repetition and practicing. When I was putting the list together, I just wrote down all the different extenders in the deck, the core ones basically. So essentially that. And then I just kind of paired it up with Core and Dupe, and then went one by one with all of them and practiced it and seen what I needed to do, what I had to search to do it. Same with 4 cards too. I went with obviously not Core and Dupe together because it'd be 3 cards, but say started with Core and Hers, and then I went Rev and Emergency, Rev and Repair, Rev and Soldier, and just went through the list with all the different possible combinations. Whether I didn't play one correctly and missed it, that could entirely be true. It becomes so repetitive when you're doing it that it's easy to miss one. But that's really probably the best way to do it, is just go through all the different extenders and just kind of pair them up, or get random hands and play it out and see what you can do, and then reverse engineer the play basically and get back to your starting hand so you know what you did. And I'm sure there's other ways to do it. There's other ways to make it that someone else will find down the road, and it'd be cool to hear about. One that people might not think of, and if you play E-Turtle like Emil does, he came up with this one. Actually, he had come up with a lot of the list. I had a handful of them, but then he really dug into it, and then we both kind of spitballed the ideas back and forth, and I'd say he probably shed light on more of them, and our minds are basically blown as to how many ways there were to make the board. But say you open core, dupe, overload, and you play eTurtle like he does. Probably the best way to set it up for you at that point would be, and sorry if I butcher this, I've never practiced this one, so this is my first go at it, but you got your 1, 2, 3, and 4 summons, so I'm going to assume with core, he would search out Rev System. You probably could search out Emergency and grab Vire too, but for this we'll grab Rev System because see if we can make the protection work for Seeger. Machine dupe on your core, getting your 2 Cyber Dragons. Link them 2 away for Seeger. Link your Seeger and your Cyber Dragon for Sorceress. Overload Fusion, banishing your 2 Cyber Dragons. So now your Cyberload Fusion is actually live also. For a Cyber Twin Dragon, since you got 2 original Cyber Dragons banished. When you summon him, then activate his effect. Here's where you would dump eTurtle and hers to the grave. Hers effect then activates, you get core back to your hand. So now you have core back in your hand, and you'd still have 2 more. And you have eTurtle in the grave for the grave, the battle phase, banish it, protection. Sorceress effect targeting Rampage to bring out Galaxy Soldier, who then you overlay. You'll detach 1 material, and since hers is the only one, summon him right over there. Rev System finally on your Seeger. So now Seeger's Rev System, you got core back in your hand, your Cyber Load set up for next time. eTurtle's in the grave. Link away Sorceress and hers for Nightmare Gryphon. I don't know where my Nova went with the Galaxy Soldier and Rampage being Exceed into him. Anyway, like I said, you pitch your Galaxy Soldier to summon hers to have your material for Gryphon. So then you overlay into infinity. And again, core in hand still. Your 2 plus your draw off Gryphon, your set card. So I guess you would have core 1 in hand, set card, Cyber Loads ready for next turn that you can search off core, eTurtle's in the grave. So if you're playing that tech, that is probably the best setup you can get with it. And like I said, there's just so many ways to do the board. I probably confused people, rambled a little bit. I know I confused myself here, but this is the go-to board. I hope I covered enough ways and at least explained them enough. I can't show every one because it's going to take an hour to make the video then. But like I said, just play test, listen to the video, write down the different possible ones we've come up with, and do it for yourself. Find more. Awesome. But here's the go-to, and that's how you do it.